So it's a couple days before Halloween, so I had the idea to do a haunted hike in New Hampshire. This is totally outside my comfort zone because I'm usually paranoid and nervous enough as it is solo hiking, so this should be an adventure. Plus the weather today is just super spooky and foggy, so I feel like it's a good mood to do a haunted hike. And actually I just did the Wordle today and the Wordle was foggy, so it just seems super fitting. So when I was researching online for the most haunted hikes in New Hampshire, I kept seeing this one book called Haunted Hikes in New Hampshire, and my mom actually owns a bookshop in Guilford, so I'm gonna go in and see if she has it in stock. That way I can read more about the hikes. Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering if you had a book called Haunted Hikes in New Hampshire.
We generally carry that, but we just sold out. They're on order and they'll be here any day.
Oh, okay, cool, thanks. So I parked my car on the road. This is like a class 6 road, so I feel like people could drive it, but I just decided to play it safe, I guess, and park, and now I'm walking. I'm psyching myself out. So the hike I'm doing today is called Devil's Den. It's in New Durham, New Hampshire. And I picked this one because it's in the Lakes region, it wasn't too far away, and it has a cool story that I read about online. I didn't realize that the fall foliage was still this good because this is kind of like an ATV snowmobile path right now, and the colors are so beautiful. So I'm keeping my mind on that and not the hauntedness. At one point during this hike, I think I'm gonna pass a cemetery, which is spooky. And also at the end at Devil's Den, it's gonna be a cave, which will be fun to explore. When looking up this hike, there were a couple different mileages, but I think it's gonna be like 4 miles round trip, so not that bad. And I brought my super cute guard dog to keep me safe today. And yeah, the weather today is still pretty misty and foggy. Just kind of adds to the whole experience, I guess. The map that I was using showed a cemetery at this point, but I didn't see any signs of it. I didn't see any headstones. I looked for a little bit, but didn't really feel like going deeper into the woods to look more, so I just kept on hiking after this. I hiked for about 1.5 miles until I got to the official trailhead, Devil's Den Trail. I feel like I kind of lost the trail for a second, but this is a cool view. I need to find those green blazes that were on the trees. I didn't think it was going to be wet and steep, and I did not bring the right shoes. Back on trail. There's a green blaze right there. Yikes. Oh, you got it. I don't know if the dog can do that, or me. We'll see. Oh gosh. Can you make that? Come on. You can do it. Oh gosh. That's a cave. Alright, I'm gonna go into the cave, I guess. I almost packed a headlamp too. Oh my god, there's a skull in spray paint. concerned. All right, Callie, do you want to go back to the car or do you want to go in the cave? That's the car. That's the cave. You pick. What do you think? So I am leaving the Devil's Den Trail right now, headed back to the car. That was really fun. I honestly think it was more fun than scary. But don't get me wrong, I was way too scared to go all the way into the cave. I did try a couple times, and each time I entered the cave, I went a little deeper. But yeah, I don't like the darkness and not being able to see around. It definitely was a weird feeling. And if I was with someone else, if I was with my husband and I had like flashlights, I totally would have gone in more. But that was really cool. I've never seen like a formation like that. Like I've never actually seen a cave that large. So that was fun, and I'm really glad I did it. All right, so you saw earlier that I wasn't able to get a copy of the Haunted Hikes in New Hampshire book from the bookstore, but I did do my fair amount of research online, and this is the story that I found. So I don't know how long ago this was, but I guess the guy that owns the land went to the cave, and he wanted to see how deep the cave was. So he approached the cave and he heard hissing sounds, which kind of freaked him out. So he went back the next day with his brother with a rope, and they tied some like iron thing to the end of the rope, and they were going to drop it into the cave to see how far it went down. And as they were doing that, I think they felt like tugging on the rope, and then somehow the rope like tangled around one of their legs, and they ended up getting pulled down into the cave, I don't think ever to be seen again. So that's the story. I'm sure there's a lot of other stories on the internet. I saw real quick that there used to be like a gate on the cave from like witches, or I don't know. I don't know if I believe any of that. I know it was a fun hike. If I ever do this again, I will take someone with me. Not a dog, a human. It was kind of tricky for dogs. She didn't go in the cave with me, so just a heads up if you want to do this hike. But yeah, happy Halloween, I guess.